of baggage, passport, driving license, national identity cards, and or equivalent consular documents. Glyco Travel Insurance also guarantees you cover for personal accident, personal liability, compensation for trip cancellation or curtailment, losses and delays that last over 4 hours. Contact Glyco Life on 0302 218 500 or 0202 222113. That's also on WhatsApp for a travel insurance policy that best suits you, your needs for an enjoyable travel in absolute peace of mind. Glyco, we cushion you for life. And everyone deserves their dream home. So let's get you your own home with a mortgage from CalBank. The terms are so flexible, it's irresistible. Our mortgages are designed to support home buyers purchase their dream homes where the house is partially done. You also get a chance to complete it to suit your taste and style. What's more, you can use your existing house to secure an equity release where the value of your house is given to you as loan for your personal needs. Do you also know that upon your request, CalBank can take over your mortgage from other financial institutions? Are you a first-time home buyer? Don't miss this great opportunity to invest in your future. Your path to a home starts here. Get a home with CalBank Mortgage and call it yours. To learn more about our mortgage offers, call us on toll-free 0800 500 500 or 0560907456 or chat with us online on our social media platforms and on WhatsApp. You can also contact us via email at mortgage@calbank.net. Visit our website, calbank.net, to know more about our mortgage offers. Let your home be the investment you deserve. CalBank, forward together. Good morning, Pius.
Good morning, Winston.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Oh, God is still taking care of his children.
Yeah.
So we are fine. How's the holiday been? You are here at work, so I know that it's not one that you are enjoying. But we're celebrating Kwame Nkrumah today, so I ask a very simple question. You know, we're celebrating Nkrumah because of the things he's done for us as a country. You, Pius, when you die, how do you want to be remembered?
Well, that's an interesting question, Winston. I would love to be remembered as Pius Kojo Baka. Yeah, I've got a simple answer for you. I would love to be remembered as Pius Kojo Baka.
Just as Pius Kojo Baka?
Exactly.
What about, you should people remember?
Well, the name Pius, should resonate something with you, yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much. Pius, time now for the Joy Business Report.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, government update about success of YouStart program as local banks commit 5 billion cedis of their SME portfolio to support young entrepreneurs over the next 3 years. Also, Ghana Statistical Service warns economy has not recovered from Russian-Ukraine war despite appreciable growth rate in second quarter of this year. And a bit later, Agric Ministry hopeful investment in cocoa sector will increase output in coming season. Grateful for your company. I am Pius Kojo Baka. A look at our stories now. Government is upbeat about the success of the YouStart program as local banks commit 5 billion cedis of their small and micro enterprises portfolio to support young entrepreneurs over the next 3 years. Minister of Finance Ken Ofori-Atta says this will be the game changer for Ghana's entrepreneurial drive. According to him, this package couldn't have come at a better time as government prepares to receive the IMF delegation into the country to begin negotiation for an economic program. He disclosed this to Joy Business at the signing of a memorandum of understanding with participating financial institutions on the YouStart commercial component.
We need to create a system in which people can be trained, can be entrepreneurial, and they also hire other people to move on. I mean, if you look at the population statistics of almost 37% of our people being between 15 and 35, it creates a lot of pressure. I think it's incumbent on us to create a financial system and training and reward system that encourages entrepreneurship, to take risk. And the partnership with the banks is really key to that. How do you diminish government in a way, strengthen the banks, but then risk mitigate so that they can give more resources to that. They have indicated about $5 billion over the 3 years through redeployment to SMEs, and that's what we're going to work with them for it to happen. So that will create excitement, especially in this period that we are also having an arrangement with the IMF, so that we move beyond dependence on government, dependence on donors, into our own creative energies.
Minister of Finance Ken Ofori-Atta, meanwhile, government is expected to officially launch the YouStart program in November 2022. Now, the Ghana Statistical Service says the economy has not recovered from the Russian-Ukraine war despite appreciable growth rate in the second quarter of this year. The economy expanded by 4.8%, signaling a positive outlook going forward. But the government statistician, Professor Samuel Kobnenim, is calling for caution as there are lingering shocks, such as the rise in inflation and exchange rate fluctuation.
What we released today is from April to June 2022, and as rightly indicated, that was the peak of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. So if you take a macroeconomic variable like inflation, if you take a macroeconomic variable like exchange rate, the potential of the pass-through effect in the third quarter and the fourth quarter is high. Let's give a practical example. Assuming the construction subsector had a lot of stock for cement, the effect of exchange rate, the effect of prices is not likely to happen in the same second quarter of 2022. But going forward, that effect of price increases, exchange rate depreciation, when the stocks have dried out, would be felt in the subsequent month. That is why I'm saying we need to be careful in saying that the negative effect, exchange rate and inflation, have been absorbed completely by the 4.8% growth rate.
Professor Samuel Kobnenim is government statistician. Let's touch on agriculture now, because the Ministry of Food and Agriculture is hopeful the numerous initiatives introduced by government will increase cocoa production in the 2022-2023 crop season. Government, as part of measures to increase production, embarked on an exercise where old cocoa trees were cut and replaced with improved cocoa seedlings. Speaking at a ceremony to mark the 75th anniversary of Cocoa Board, Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture, Yao Frimpong Addo, assured that government will continue to increase investment in the cocoa industry.
The Akufo-Addo-led government has, over the past few years, introduced major strategic programs to increase farm productivity, enhance the welfare and living standards of cocoa farmers, and supported the growth of domestic cocoa processing and value addition, as well as consumption. The hand pollination, rehabilitation of cocoa farms, irrigation, pruning, and subsidized fertilizer programs have positively influenced our production patterns over the past few years. And as we scale up these initiatives in the coming year, we will have stability in our production levels.
Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture, Yao Frimpong Addo, speaking there. Now, government bagged $11.44 million from cocoa export in 2021. That's according to the 2021 non-traditional export results compiled by the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Again, the nation ranked in $7 million from the export of coconut oil during the same period. Speaking at the launch of the second edition of the International Coconut Festival, Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the authority, Samuel Dintu, said the revenue generated was 132% and 33% increase, respectively, from the previous year.
According to the 2021 non-traditional export results, which was launched a couple of months ago, coconut raked in $11.44 million, while coconut oil alone earned about $7 million in exports. These figures represent increases of about 132% and 33% respectively over the 2020 figures.
Deputy Chief Executive of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Samuel Dintu, speaking there. Moving on to some other stories we have for you. Players within the transportation industry have been entreated to be innovative in the wake of the inconsistencies in fuel prices. According to the country manager for Trapez Ghana, Isidore Potofi, additional investment is required to grow the transportation industry. At Trapez Ghana's 3-year press conference, he told Joy Business that stakeholders should take advantage of the absence of government policy to advance the industry.
I think that the lack of policy is an opportunity to innovate, and that's what we did. And I must say that the government or the policy environment is not stifling of innovation. In other markets, what would have happened is that you receive a letter from the government saying that, hey, do not stop operating this service. But in our case, it was not the case. This happened in Kenya, it happened in Nigeria, but it was not the case in Ghana, which is why I believe that it's an enabling environment. But for beyond regulation, there are questions around the financial viability of the industry that we need to address. The rising price of fuel is a nightmare of every operator in the industry. Government seems unable to address the issue, and so for us, our solution is the deployment of e-buses.
Isidore Portofe is the country manager for TRIPS Ghana. Now, the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication has affirmed its commitment to increase the reach of digital skills for entrepreneurs in the country. This is part of measures to support the use of digital tools to boost their operations. Deputy Administrator for GIFEC, Eva Andor Poku, spoke to Joy Business after the climax and graduation ceremony for some 2,500 youth and businesswomen at Chebi in the Eastern region.
Are in a digital era, and hence it's absolutely necessary that we leave no one behind, especially aftermath of the COVID. We realize that everywhere you go, people use ICT to communicate and do all sorts, and it's actually proven to be a source of economic development in various countries and globally, if I should say. The mandate has been given to GIFEC, which is the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, to ensure that we carry out these capacity building programs across the country.
Now, our schools have reopened. One thing you wouldn't want to compromise is on the security of your children, especially while they are away in school. So think about this, an app that enables parents and school authorities easily check when pupils get to school and when they depart. This is the innovation developed by software company Minex 360 Services. Chief Executive Officer Frank Nati tells us how the smart app worked in today's episode of the Joy Business Van.
As a parent, first of all, I'm very big on security. So when it comes to my son or my children, I don't play.
The security of my children is of paramount importance.
Because we know that today security, especially with schools, is a huge concern.
And even more worrying is the increase in kidnapping cases. Being a parent himself, CEO of Minex 360 Services, Frank Natier, could share in these concerns.
If you walk into any school now, you can mention any child's name and the child is given out to you. So we sat when we realized that no, that poses a huge risk to children in schools. So we said, can we find a way, an automated, an electronic way that helps schools to automatically verify all persons that are picking up children from schools as authorized to do so.
Frank and his team got to work.
Catch the full episode at 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report and 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. Before we go on the commodities market, crude oil is selling at $90.81 a barrel. Gold lost almost $3 to open trading at $1,662 an ounce. Cocoa also lost $14 and is trading at $2,355 a ton. That's it by way of the Joy Business Report. With me, Pius Kojo-Baka. Back to you, Winston.
Thank you very much, Pius, the man who says he wants to be remembered as Pius.